Local groups have spent their entire lives in search of a hit throughout rock and roll history. With captivating lyrics and powerful melodies, and the opposite scenario, one group achieved their greatest success because a popular song was looking for a group. The Chiffons are the centerpiece of today's video. Now, before we start, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Judy Craig, Patricia Bennett, and Barbara Lee was classmates at James Monroe High School in the Bronx, New York, when the group formed. They was all between the ages of 13 and 16. At the high school center, the group met songwriter and producer Ronnie Mack, who became the group's manager and immediately set them to work. The three, they came up with their name in an unusual way by drawing it from a hat. Mack obtained the girls a deal with Big Deal Records, which was a local recording label. The trio recorded their first single, which was a cover of the Sherelle song, Tonight's the Night.
Said you're gonna meet me tonight's the night. Said you're gonna kiss.
The group's next several singles failed to chart, forcing them to take a step back. Mack knew they needed to make some adjustments, so he suggested that they bring in Sylvia Peterson, a former member of Little Jimmy and the Tops. While the group have not produced any songs at the moment, they kept themselves busy by supplying background vocals for a variety of musicians. By mid-1962, Mack secured them a deal with Lori Records. Mack has been sitting on the song for a while, and he had a quartet perform it. This song became known as He's So Fine. This song was followed up by Lucky Me.
Lucky me, lucky me, lucky me. I'm happy as a girl can be.
And One Fine Day.
And you will know how I was meant to be.
Now all three of these songs took a little while for it to catch on, so that next year they decided to change their name to the Four Pennies and release two singles under Lori Records' subsidiary label, Rush Records. These singles was My Block,
Meet you if you came to my block. So
and When the Boy's Happy.
my baby, just because it drives.
As the success of He's So Fine grew, the group decided to drop the name The Four Pennies and revert back to their original name. This song paved the way for the girls to embark on their first tour, which took them along the East Coast. As the 60s continued, Sylvia sung lead on several songs, including Why Am I So Shy?
Oh why am I so shy am I?
Strange, Strange Feeling,
I know that it shows now. I have this strange.
The Real Thing,
But it looks to me like this could be real thing.
and Up on the Bridge.
He up on the phone tells me he wants to be alone.
Shortly after the group's initial series of recordings, they ran into financial difficulties with their label. But they didn't let that stop them from touring with Murray the K shows and conducting a joint tour with Gene Prickly. The group issued two albums in 1963 with He's So Fine, which peaked at number 97 on the Billboard 200 charts, and One Fine Day. The group released a song in mid-1965 with Nobody Knows What's Going On in My Mind But Me. That following year, they released their third album with Sweet Talking Guy, that peaked at number 149 on the Billboard 200 charts. By mid-1967, the group had toured overseas and opened up for Jimi Hendrix, with one of these shows was attended by the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Throughout the rest of the 60s, the group issued hits such as A Love So Fine,
Oh yes,
Have a Boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend. Met him
Tonight I Met an Angel.
tonight. There are stars in my eyes.
Sailor Boy.
When shadows fall, I sit alone and ask my eyes.
What Am I Gonna Do With You?
Someone who says she's my
And Sweet Talking Guy.
sweet talking guy, talking sweet kind of lies. Don't you?
The group was not experiencing much chart success in the late 60s and early 70s, so they kept busy by touring. Tired of the touring and lack of hits, Judy Craig left the group in 1969 to pursue a career in healthcare. After Craig's departure, the surviving trio continued to tour and record, with Sylvia taking the lead. The group's final album, titled My Secret Love, was released that following year. The surviving trio eventually got regular jobs, but they continued to work shows on the weekend. By 1972, the group went from opening up for Jimi Hendrix to performing at nightclubs on the weekends in between their job schedules. In 1976, the group released their final single with Dream, Dream, Dream.
They said you'd leave me, that you wouldn't be true.
Sylvia departed from the group in the mid to late 1970s, and her place was taken over by a numerous of vocalists and friends during their live performances. By the 1980s, Sylvia had rejoined the group, and by 1989, they had joined forces with the Belmonts, the Diamonds, the Flamingos, and the Silhouettes on the Royalty of Doo-Wop tour. Barbara Lee sadly passed away from a heart attack on May 15, 1992, just one day before her 45th birthday. Craig rejoined the group following the death of Lee. Sylvia left the business following a horrific fall on stage, and Connie Harvey took her place. Soon after Harvey joined the group, Patricia Bennett retired and relocated to Georgia. Harvey quit the group to pursue a solo career soon after Bennett retired. Now, by researching for this video, I discovered that Sylvia Peterson passed away on July 28, 2023. But I can't necessarily confirm that due to the lack of information of her death online. But as of 2023, Judy Craig occasionally performs with her daughter and niece as the Chiffons.